CFR since '96, attended every Bilderberg conference since 2004. Secretary of Commerce appointee Bill Richardson was appointed, but he later had to withdraw, but he was a member of the Council of Foreign Relations. Secretary of Homeland Security Janet Napolitano has been a member of the Council of Foreign Relations since 2006. UN Ambassador Susan Rice is CFR member since '92. U.S. Ambassador to China John Meade Huntsman, CFR member since '93. National Security Advisor James L. Jones, CFR since 2000. Director of the National Economic Council, Director of OMB, Economic Advisor Paul Volcker is a member of all three secret organizations. So his cabinet and his advisors are all elite also, so he's not immune. So a lot of people say, is there going to be change? I say not likely. You might paint it a different color, but there won't be any significant changes. And then I list all of the elite members of the National Security Council, the Economic Advisory Board, the State Department, Ambassador to United Nations, the Defense Department, the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Every Joint Chiefs of Staff except about 3 have been members of the CFR. Most Treasury Secretaries, Goldman Sachs has supplied our Treasurer, Secretary of Treasury since Bob Rubin. Every one of them since then have been ex-Goldman Sachs. Now, how do we fix that? First of all, we need to make voting honest. Then we need to vote enough independent people in the office that we lose the two-party system problem. And then we start passing laws, and one of the laws should be that no one should hold an appointed or elected or an employed position in the federal, state, or local governments that have been a member of any secret organization, including the Bilderbergs, Bohemian Club, Club of Rome, Council of Foreign Relations, Illuminati, Ku Klux Klan, Mafia, Masonic Lodge, Pilgrim Society, Rosicrucians, Skull and Bone Society, Trilateral Commission, or any other secret organization that meets that's not available for public press to attend and report on what they're doing.
Wouldn't leave much.
And once you pass that law, then everybody that's a member should immediately have to resign. And that's how we get the elite out of control of our government. And then I have a chapter on health care, and there's a lot of ways we can solve that. I really think we should open up the Medicare and Medicaid to everyone so that you pay to be insured. I think I pay something like $150 a month out of my Social Security, and I pay another $150 out of my Medicare supplement insurance. So that's about $300 a month that I pay for health care. So we ought to make that available to everybody in competition with insurance companies. And so if they don't drive down their rates or improve their practices, then people could switch over to the new Medicare. And competition does wonders. And a lot of people are speculating that if the government provided a public financed health care system, that it would drive all insurance companies out of business. Well, if they don't improve their rates and their benefits, they ought to go out of business. So competition is the way you solve these problems. I don't say that we should have health care for everybody, but we should provide Medicare available to anybody that wants to buy into it. And then those that can't afford to buy it, we'll have to treat them like we have in the past. Everybody will have to pay a little bit extra for those people. And in terms of lobbyists, in 2008, the lobbyists contributed $512 million to Congress to help influence the healthcare system. Now, they don't do that for nothing. And the Food and Drug Agency, they're just a lapdog for the pharmaceutical companies. Mm-hmm. We need to change that so that exactly 1/2 of the Food and Drug Agency's budget must go to health prevention and research on things that would make our lives more healthy. And then they should identify every element that is carcinogenic and then send a copy of that list to everybody that produces anything consumed by human beings. And say, if you have any of these ingredients in any of your products, the head of your company is going to go to prison. And then a lot of our illnesses and diseases will gradually start going away. Things like, I have a real problem with aluminum. Aluminum is involved in most deodorants. We don't know whether that's causing Alzheimer's. It could be causing ADD. It could be causing autism. We don't know. And then there are a lot of other things that are very harmful. They've discovered that certain liquid soaps have certain ingredients in them that if you use only the soap with water that does not contain chlorine, it's okay. But if the water contains chlorine, the chlorine mixes one of the elements in the soap and it becomes carcinogenic. So once we know that, we need to stop that. But they don't do that. So we need to gain control of the Food and Drug Administration.
Big time.
Get rid of them.
Big time. Fluoride, too.
Yes,
Fluoride is another major problem. That could contribute to autism and a lot of our problems. That's just hitting high spots. And most of my recommended solutions are quite radical. And a lot of people say I'm crazy, that it's protectionism or socialism. I call it patriotism. If we don't look out after the United States and our citizens, then we're not doing what we're supposed to do. And I call that patriotism. So let me just open it up for questions on this book or any of my past books. Yes, sir.
Sir, it's an honor and privilege.
Speak up, please. I can't hear you.
It's an honor and privilege hearing you talk and give this speech. But whenever you say about checking the containers that's coming across the border,
right?
I mean, that's all very well and good, but isn't it kind of futile whenever the CIA is like bringing it over in plane loads or?
One of my chapters it says we eliminate the CIA.
Okay, yeah, all right. I'm just like, and then the Afghanistan, ever since we've invaded up, the opium has gone up. It just seems like it's stopping the commerce there at the border is just like so futile whenever it comes.
Well, I'm saying slow down the commerce so we can check the containers. And if we have an agreement with Mexico that we'll do fair trade with them, for every $1 billion that they ship into us, that they buy $1 billion of American-made goods, and it goes across the border. So we need this commerce.
Okay, yeah.
But we need to know what's in those containers.
Yeah. And one more thing.
Okay.
You mentioned all these organizations that we should be wary of.
Right.
What do you think of the? I just heard on the radio today that the American Defamation League has said that people like Alex Jones and people that follow him